Hi, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Rachel and this is Rachel's in a Rush Craft Corner. I'm going to show how I'm going to change some mops. Yep, you heard me correctly. I'm going to change some mop heads into something completely different. And I don't think you're going to know what hit you. Did you see what I did there? Did you see what I did there? So I'm turning some toilet rolls, some Christmas baubles and some mop heads into these super cute gnomes. How cute are these? Oh my god, they're so cute. I absolutely adore them. I think they're so adorable. With a pom-pom, a little bit of fabric, they're so super easy to make. You're all going to be able to do it. I promise, you're all going to be able to make them. They are so cool. So I'm going to make like a little family of them. Look, I've made two so far. How cute are they? One with a little bell on, one with a pom-pom. One on a little glass jar. I think it's a mayonnaise jar. And then this one I've unravelled the mop. So he's got a bit more of a permed look. That's a bit like more like me when my hair gets wet in the rain. It goes a bit frizzy and gets a bit bigger, just like this little dude. So I'm going to turn the video round a little bit so it's not on me, so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to carry on with this. I've got my glue gun at the ready. Ta-da! And we're just going to stick these. So all I've done is taken one of these mop heads that come in a pack of two, like that. So they come like that from Poundland. And I'm going to do a different craft later on with the other mop head, but for now we're just using the one that's a bit more kind of like rope-like. So we're using the ropey version for this particular craft. And all I am doing is putting a little blob of hot glue onto the bauble. I've cut the strands of mop in half and I'm just kind of pushing them up towards each other so that they're really close, like that. So this was inside the mop, as you can see. Where's the mop head? Looks like a little watering can top. So the bits of mop are kind of stuck into there and onto those little spikes inside there. Can you see that? So we're just pulling them out and cutting them down. And all I'm doing is folding them in half. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, because whose hair is it, unless you've just stepped out of the hairdressers, whose hair is completely straight? Not very many people's. Especially not mine. I've got like wild hairs. Anyone else got wild hair? My hair's not normally this straight. So we're just gonna go all round. Trying not to burn our fingers. So you can just get an old bauble, or a polystyrene ball would work too. Even like a scrumpled up bit of newspaper probably would work in the top. I'm just using the bauble because that's the bauble there on that one, so it's giving a little bit of height to the hat, so the hats don't completely flop over. But you could stuff the hats. You could have the hats up high if you wanted to. If you wanted to stuff them. I might do one like that. Oh, I'm just going to glue them up instead of the bauble. Going a bit crazy there for a second. And if you want to unravel them, you want to kind of really make sure that you put a lot of glue on these if you want to do them unraveling style. Otherwise you'll lose like the top bits of this rope. So you might want to kind of secure a bit of string round that if you want to unravel it, just to make sure that everything stays in place. Because you don't want him to be loose. You don't want your little gnome to be losing any hair. No one wants a bald patch on their gnome, right? So we're just going to keep on going round. I did think about painting the toilet rolls. But then I thought, is there really any point? Are you really going to see it? So I've made, this is my third one. So I've made 3 out of, this was just one mop head is all I've used so far. So let's get another one. Keep going, nearly there, a couple more. And he will have a full head of hair and beard. It's only that easy, right? To grow hair, just glue it on with a bit of a glue gun and a mop head. It'd be nice if you could just get a full head of hair like that. Super easy, no need to go to the hairdressers because it doesn't grow. Wouldn't that be cool? Right, so there's your little, it's looking a bit like a ghost so far. It looks absolutely nothing like a gnome, does it, like that? I'm so surprised how they worked out. And you could do them longer. You could cut the toilet roll down and have them kind of, the beard sort of dragging on the floor a bit. It's totally up to you, and you just you can let your creation kind of go wild. I've got these really plain, cheap wooden drawer pulls, so the door handles for cupboards. And I'm literally just hot gluing them onto the cupboard. Onto the cupboard. I'm not hot gluing them onto the cupboard. I'm hot gluing them onto the cardboard. And it's up to you. You can either have it really low down. I'm really liking them as high up as I can get them. So I'm going to glue it right in the middle of that one that we've folded over there. Like, get a good, decent amount of hot glue on the doorknob. And literally stick that on. Press it on just for a couple of seconds, just so that you make sure it's really stuck fast. Then what I've been doing is just gluing, I don't know if I'm going to need very many. I'll just do 2, I think, underneath the nose, just kind of like a moustache, and to make sure that that doesn't part. You could just glue these bits down behind it as well. So just squeeze them 2 bits together, and I'm going to give them a little trim just with the scissors, just to make them kind of in line with the other things. You can keep hold of those bits if you want to. I'm going to use them for another craft. The little scraps, I don't like to waste anything. And there we go. There's our little face done. Now all he needs is a woolly hat to cover up his bald head, because at the minute, oh, he's got a right bald patch, poor little guy or girl. I'm not sure if this one's going to be a girl. I think this one might have a pink, might have a little pink bauble. So I've got this rose pink kind of blush colour in my lounge, so I think that's where they're going to go. So I think this one might have a little girl one, and I'm going to make this one a high, one. And what am I going to use? I think I'm going to use this star material. I'm really liking it. Like this. So these have got a bit of stretch one way and not the other. So make sure the opening of the hat is the stretchy bit. And all you need to do is to literally glue it together. But I'm doing it right sides together because I'm going to turn it inside out. You could sew these easily, but I am just going to sew them. I am not going to sew them. I am just going to hot glue them. Literally, I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue down the edge. Just dab that down the edge. Press that together. So hopefully that presses together really, really well. You want to make sure you get all of the little corners, and it all will become clear in a minute why it's important to make sure you get the corners lined up. Otherwise your hat's going to look a bit wonky donkey. No one needs a wonky donkey hat, right? So there we go. That's that all done there. So then what I did before is I grabbed a bit of twine and I'm just going to wrap it around, kind of gathering up the top of the hat. I'm going to cut a little bit off. Just going to gather that in like that, just scrunch it in. You could put an elastic band around it. I found that a little bit of twine works just perfectly, like that. Pull that in nice and tight. Do a couple of knots to make sure it doesn't come undone. Like that. Snip the ends off. And then you can turn it around. Turn it back on itself. And because you've got that little bit of stretch, the hat will have a little bit of give in it. See, like that. So it's a little bit just to fit snugly over your gnome's head. You could fix it. What I've been doing is putting the seam that we glued together at the back. So I'm just going to slide that over. Oh, actually, I'm going to take that off because I want to stuff it with some material. Because I was going to have a standing up one for this one, wasn't I? What can I stuff it with? A bit of this. Let's get an old pillowcase to stuff it with for now. I think I am going to use this as another little bit of another hat for another one. This material, so I don't mind cutting this up. But if you use the jumpers for pumpkins, if you saw me do that, you could use a bit of the jumper to stuff your little hat with. I think that's going to be too much material. I don't think I'm going to need that much. It's only a little hat, isn't it? We just do half of it. See if we need, oh, we might need a bit more. It's deceiving, isn't it, when you stuff things that you always need more than you think. Look, there's just like gone into nothing. So I know we're going to have to put the bauble in here as well. So I don't want to make it, don't want to overstuff it really, but we want it to stand up also. I think that's going to be all right. Let's try that. Oh, it looks like a wizard with his stars on his hat. Or her hat. So I'm liking the look of pulling them right down to the nose so that they literally look like they can't see out. Just going to squidge that down a bit. I don't mind there being a bit of, maybe I might even fold it over. What do you reckon? Stop it looking wizard-like. I think I will put a little dab of hot glue there. Just to fold that over a little bit. Then we'll tie the pom-pom on. Is that going to stay put? It's going to need a little bit of time to dry, I think. Are you going to stay there, Mr. Hat? I mean, isn't that just like the cutest little family you've ever seen? I think I might just hot glue that on actually, rather than trying to tie it on, because I tied the other one on, but I think that one's going to stick pretty good. If I go into the bobble there, into the pom-pom, put quite a generous amount of glue on, I think we're going to be able to stick that on. Oh yeah, perfect. Oh, I mean, that is just so cute. I might twist it around a little bit. So it is proper. I want it to have a little bit more texture, I think. There, that's it. I think we might have a little bit too much stuff in. I'll take a little bit of this out. Just so it's standing up, but it's not too stiff, I think is what I want. Put that seam at the back again. So that's what I mean. You can play around with them and do them exactly how you want them. Now you can get your little characters to look exactly how you want. I don't want him to look too wizardy, that's the thing. So that's like the little mummy one, I think. Oh, they're such a cute little family, aren't they? Right, then we've got 2 more to make. But I don't think I'm going to show you how to make those on camera because I'm going to be here for a while. But don't you think that's cute? Are you going to try that? I really hope that you do. And if you do try it, please show me what little characters you make. And probably, can you put some suggestions in the comments of what do you think I should name my little family? That would be really cool. I'd love to see your ideas. So you've been watching Rachel's in a Rush Craft Corner. And I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you all soon. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for so you get notified whenever I upload another video. Please give me a thumbs up and let me know in the comments what to name my little gnome family. Okay, speak to you all soon. Bye.